Starting with simple discovery, we pattern our way forward, linked to the universe by humble comparisons. From simple patterns to great understanding. That's the magic. But something else happens. Inside our life is a seed of presence that is actually us without our skins, our human soul. Most of us have an intuition about the soul. For those of us who accept the idea, the soul is an invisible second self. The question is, what are we supposed to do with it? What can we do with it? Like seeds, patterns grow into the soul, shaping our beliefs. So, if this little life box turns out to be the only piece of us that blasts off into eternity, we are responsible for building out the soul with patterns and values that make it fly. A soul rooted in light, rooted in godly patterning, launches straight and true. When we were speaking earlier of the editorial voice, well, you could also think of it as the soul's master voice. When our patterns grow light, our master voice builds faith, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. An invisible thing, faith, thus feeds the soul, also invisible. Of course, if we cultivate patterns of darkness, they change us too. Light becomes too simplistic for a darkened heart. As we drag ourselves off into blindness, our arguments in behalf of darkness bring us to hate the light. St. Paul talked about this. The master voice is at the red-hot center of who we are. It's never objective. It tends to rebellion. It lies to itself. But it's also free to make better choices. To think about patterns is to think about the trail outbound and how the patterns we discover build us. How finger counting ends up as calculus. How the simplest discovery a baby makes starts a pathway to bigger and better things. But think about it another way. Think about the patterns inbound to our lives. Why God created us is a great mystery, but even more mysterious, why does He love us and yet consign us to a dimension where we have to interpret the patterns, where we have to engage our master voice in order to connect with His? God uses patterns.